Greetings, citizens of the Imperium, and welcome back. I took care of a few things off camera. I dry brushed with some ash gray, did the skulls, uh, just a couple minor things to help speed along the process just a little bit. And I see that we got too much gray. I should have dry brushed with off-white, honestly. But I decided to dry brush with the gray, and then I got carried away. So now we're touching that back up to not have the gray in the red, because that just doesn't look right. If anything, it honestly looks unfinished. And that, my friends, is the first piece of advice that you're going to get for the day. Is you have to be very careful with your color choices when it comes to like dry brushing. By all means, dry brush whatever the hell you want, but you gotta keep in mind. Just keep it in mind. Okie dokie. What do you say we capitalize on the fact that we have these paints out here, and they are starting to dry up on us because we're not using a wet palette. I have found my wet palette, by the way, for all of you that were out there saying, hey, what the hell? I have found it. I did. So. And I know a lot of you know that this grill right here at the top of the backpack, this whole plate, I usually paint that a separate metallic color. I usually do. It helps break up the color scheme sometimes, doesn't make it look so, in my opinion, cartoony. Is when I see them rocking around the Christmas tree and they have just one solid color, you look just a little ridiculous. Just a little. Like your everyday Blood Angel Marine. Doesn't even have a raised pauldron. He just has the little black logo on it. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't strike me. 30K Blood Angels will strike me because they had the gold or brass, bronze, copper, whatever. They had the bronze trim work on their pauldrons, and it seems like they don't do that anymore unless it's someone special, which, yeah, sure. I get that, I guess. I just kind of wish they would keep it a little special. Or I wish they would kind of keep it just with some flair, because there are totally some chapters out there that have plenty of fucking flair. Hell, even my flesh terrors, they have a very basic color scheme, and you can see them rocking the silver on a lot of their stuff. I had a new paint that I was gonna try for this Iron Halo, and I'm not sure if I want to make it all black or if I want to do the connector. You know what? I'm gonna do that, but hold on. We're not making that mistake again. All day, these brushes have not been. They've been holding a lot of moisture, and it's been interesting because I haven't had that problem with any of my brushes from this brand. We'll see. All right, so we're gonna go with the True Brass for this, and I would say just trust me, but I honestly don't know how this is gonna turn out. So stand by, and we'll find out together. All right. Part of the fun thing about the painting is experimentation. That's why I try to tell people when it comes to any of the lore, or hell, even the color schemes of some of these chapters and everything. It's open. It's open to change, because you never know when something just won't work, or something works better, or you had an idea for something else. Any reason you can honestly think of. All right, that's why it's a work in progress. All right. So with the brass more or less taken care of, I need to do the top part. All right. So we're gonna get in between all these, and that's fine for these little pieces to be that brass. That probably will help us just a little bit. All right. Because like I said, when it comes to doing these guys, they have a black sun for their logo. They basically the 1,000 Suns logo, but black. Because in the Sanguine Heresy, we don't have 1,000 Suns with that logo. So it is open to use. And that's why homebrews are fun. Because you can do all kinds of crazy shit. And I wasn't even sure about these Obsidian Suns. And my wife, she saw them and she was like, dude, seriously? You're gonna have something with that. And go figure. As soon as I posted it, some of y'all jumped right out there and were like, hey, love it, want it, gimme. I was like, okay. I mean, okay, what am I gonna do? Say no? Say no? I don't want to say no to you guys like that. No, not on that. No, I'd rather you come to me and be like, hey, I want you to do this. No. Well, damn. All right. So, here we go. We're doing, like I said before, the trim work now with some true brass. True brass, because you want that distinction. It does show up. It does have its differences. Just the one thing I don't want to do a lot on this round is what I did a lot on my first Obsidian Sun, which was I varnished them. I think I varnished them like 3 separate times. And you know, you put that much matte varnish on something, it's not gonna show up all that best. All the best. Blah, blah, blah. All right, this pauldron might be the messy one for us. And I don't mean messy as in, oh, I just did a bad job painting it. Messy for color scheme. All right, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. We will see together. I would say my apologies for taking care of things off camera, but no. I'm not going to apologize for that one. I don't really have to be as careful as I'm being right here, but it's okay. It's never a bad idea to practice your patience and proficiency. And precision. Precision, that's the word that I was looking for. It's not a bad idea to just practice it whenever you can. All right? Freehanding is a great way to practice your precision. I look forward to freehanding, but I also dread it. Where are they in the movie? Okay. All right. So for this Captain Eagle, right? We were going to do something like this. Because part of the pauldron still needs to be that the true copper. All right. So we're hitting true brass on the eagle at the moment. The reason for that is because I'm going to go extra with the wings and paint them bitches white. Just to give it more, make it stand out, make it regal looking. I'm hoping we'll make it regal looking. All right, I'm really hoping. Get those eagle heads, and there you go. Not the cleanest, not the sharpest. It is okay because it will come together. Come together right now over me. All right, enough of that for now. Let me get this true copper back out. My apologies, everyone. You guys know my deal. I jump all over the place. Also, before I forget, we're just about at the halfway point. My my phone was about 30%. It was like 23% when I stopped recording to upload some of the files. I want to let you guys know that it got up to 30%, and this phone does use a lot of battery power. It gets very hot when I'm doing things like this because we're taking a lot of time. You know, it's sitting around a very hot light. I wouldn't take this light to be very hot. But either way, what I'm getting at is if the video cuts out, I'm terribly sorry, and I will do my best to make sure that it doesn't cut out at a point where I was like, shit. So that, if you can see this, if you could stop shaking, maybe? I don't know. All right. There's a seam right here running across the top of his helmet. That is a mold line from when they were molding it in the plastic. And that, my friends, is my fault for not catching. I should have caught that during the cleanup process, and I didn't. And I usually look for it. But it has been a very stressful time lately. Honestly, I can't exactly get my head straight and wrapped around things. I also had done the eyes. I'm not sure if you can see that, but they are a very subtle blue. It is my little homage to the Thousand Suns. And what did I do? I used Thousand Suns blue for those eye lenses. Now, I am going to cap them off with Void Shield blue. Let's see. Yeah. To give it that contrast, you know, the glow. I didn't want them to just be that dark one, because it's, what's the point? What's the point? They won't stand out. You won't have that good contrast there. And I'm talking about the good contrast between the helmet and the black face. That's right. We did blackface. Let it be known. We said it here. We dared do blackface. It's fucking stupid, isn't it? All right. Just like the subtle differences on those colors. A little stupid. Little stupid. All right, folks. Since we still have these colors out, we're going to keep going with them. True copper, right? We're going for that Aquila. All right. A lot of it is blocked by this majestic rope, so it's okay. The stuff that is very much blocked will be that brass coloring. You know what we're going to do for this? We're going to do all of this, the true copper. It is watered down. It's fucking infuriating. I'm going to change brushes here in a minute because this is whew. That is frustrating and upsetting. So, we're going to get out the old haggard brushes because they have not been letting me down yet. All right. Yep. Gonna paint all that just like that. That'll be fine. All right. I even painted the little skulls in there, and I was almost thinking, like, lore-wise, what the hell could the what would be the reasoning for the tiny skulls? And I almost want to say it is. I want to say they're the skulls of null infants that they would carry with them in honor. But I also want to say let's not go that morbid. But this is also 40K that we're talking about. Why wouldn't they do that? I don't know. I can let you guys decide on that one, because if that's too morbid, I have no problem saying, yeah, fuck it. That's not in there. No problem with that right now. Especially when it comes to kids, I don't have the stomach for it. All right? I just don't. I'm not sure if I ever did in the past. You know, like watching a movie and you see some fucked up shit and you're like, good lord. These days I'll bawl my eyes out. I can't do it. Anything that involves kids, man. Whew. Sorry, we're doing some minor detailing right now just because I got caught up doing that. My eye caught it and I didn't want to forget about these things and have to come back later and all that fun jazz. Just like this bullet on his, bolt around on his hip. All right. And we were going to do his fingers. That's right. That's one of my little things that I like to do with Power Fist sometimes, or even sometimes with just the regular glove on their hand. Gauntlet, whatever you want to call it, honestly. Is do like silver fingers. I would do like gunmetal fingers or something. I think the last time I had done that was my Angels Resplendent. Pretty sure they were the last ones to get that treatment. But I like this because it gives it just a little regal touch to it. Just a little regal touch. All right. Boop. Well. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I want to do that bronze, but I might do that as brass. Bronze. Copper. Whatever. You guys are just going to have to get over that one. You're going to have to get used to that, I think. Alright. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, we got the same thing there. I'm just kind of going over, making sure that I don't need to put anything else as that bronze. Alright. So, bronze. No. I think we're done with the bronze now, which is fine because the bronze was, drying out on us. That's okay. What are we at? 17 and a half minutes? All right. So we're almost done here too. We'll just have to do something here, won't we? Well, we still got that true brass out, so why don't we just keep kicking with that, right? All right. There's probably another episode 2 of this, most likely 2. If this goes to a 6 episode, I want to say now my apologies, but I don't exactly have a choice. Other than to do a lot of stuff off screen. Which I really could do. I could do the transfers and shit. Do all that off screen. But I don't know. You guys requested this. And it's not like I can post a couple of the episodes and ask you and then finish it. I mean, I could. Where there's a will, there's a way. But friends, we don't have that. I'm just going to say that we don't have that kind of time. All right? We don't. I'm not going to do something like that right now. So, what we're going to have to do is have a good old time like this. Whew. What a day. I am very tired. I'm very tired. It's only like 8 a.m. It's also disgusting that it's 8 a.m. because I woke up at 5 to start this and I wasn't able to get to it for almost a whole nother hour. So it was almost like 7 something when I started this, which is aggravating and whatever. I didn't see a clear print line, so I'm going to make it go all the way up his leg like that. And there you go. There you go. There you go. All right. I like it. I like it. All right. What was the other thing that I had to do? This. These you could really paint gold. Or hell, even silver just to make them stand out different. That's right. We got the brass out. We might as well. We might as well just keep going with it, right? And I know we're at 20 minutes, all right? However, you guys are going to sit here for a second. I'm going to go grab a certain paint, and you and I are going to experiment with that sun. So, what the fuck paint am I getting? Well, it is a special little thing. I think you might like it. I'm very curious. Death metal. Let's try it. I've never tried this before. It's the first time opening it. Ooh, very dark. Very dark. Almost emerald. And I do have a dark emerald. I do have a dark emerald paint. But that, my friends, is what we will be using. Yeah. We're going to see what this is like for the rays of the sun. You know, it's damn near a shame. It is quite close to that dark iron or rough iron, but it does have a very different coloring to it. It's kind of hard to describe right now. I want to say, like I said, there's just a touch of emerald. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. These sun rays. I'm trying to think of where I got this from, because I took it off of someone, and I don't remember who. Yeah, I don't remember which pack I'd gotten this little sun from. Oh, this is that's funny. This is from the Sanguinor. Believe it or not, this little black sun here, this little sun that we got, his Iron Halo, that is from the Sanguinor. It is not from Dante. Not from anyone else. It is from the Sanguinor, because I do have the Sanguinor, and we are using him to paint Bloodlord Archeo. If anyone is familiar with their Blood Angels lore, at one point the Blood Angels had a civil war where they split. Half were loyal to the Imperium, and half still loyal to the Imperium, but now following Archeo, also known as the Angel Reborn. Which, of course, was all chaos trickery. He was not actually becoming the Angel Reborn. He was just a pawn of chaos, an Inquisitor. Go figure. That's one trope I'm honestly a little tired of.